Welcome to today's lesson. My name is Paul Williams Ofori. Today's lesson is for Basic 1. Basic 1. We are looking at science. Basic 1 science. So look on the board. Okay, so today we have strand 1, diversity of matter. Substrand 1, living and non-living things. So the substrand that we are looking at is substrand 1. That is living and non-living things. Okay, we have indicator here. We have indicator. Identify and name animals and plants in their locality. So today we are going to look at animals and plants in our locality. Animals and plants in our locality. So the heading for today's lesson: names of animals and plants in our locality. Names of animals and plants in our locality. So we have animals in our environment, the area that we live. We have animals there, we have plants there. They all have names. So today we are going to look at these animals, these plants, and the name that we use to call them, how we call them. Yes. So your area and my area are not the same. So how you call that animal might be different from how I also call it, or how we also call it. Do you get it? So now let's pay attention and look at the keywords. The first one is local. All of you, local. All of you, local. Again, local. So what is the meaning of local? Local is all about people in a particular area. People in a particular area, or it is restricted to what? An area. So local means group of people in an area or where people live. So when you talk of local, we are not talking about the entire world. We are talking about particular place, specific area. Do you get it? That is local. Now the next one is name. So we all have names. My name is Paul. What is your name? Okay. Whatever that you see around has what? Name. This has name, this has name. So when you talk of name, what we use to identify things. Okay. Locality. All of you, locality. Locality and local, the same thing. So locality specify particular place. So locality is about a particular a specific place. Okay. The next one is animals. All of you, animals. Again, animals. You know animals. Give examples of animals. Dog. Very good. Dog is an animal. The next one is what? Plants. All of you, plants. So we see plants all over. Now today we are looking at what? Names of animals and plants in our locality. So where you are living, that area, that neighborhood is what? A locality. The language that you speak there is different from other people in different place. Do you get it? So your locality, how you do your things, are not the same as what other people also do their things in different locality. I am in Ghana, and even in Ghana here, the area that I live, my locality, how we call things, how we do our things are different from some people who are also in Ghana, but they are far away from here. They are in different locality. So today we are looking at plants, animals, and how we call them. We are also going to look at the local names that we use to call them. So today you tell me the local name of the animals and the plant that's what you have. And I also tell you how we also call our animals and plants. Okay, so let's continue. Animals and their names. So we are starting with animals and their names. There are different kinds of animals in our locality or the area where we live. Examples are the following: dog, hen, cow, goat, ant, housefly, mouse, pig, fish, snake, worms, mosquito, cockroach, cat, monkey, snail, and the rest. So we have pictures here. Let me show you pictures. This is dog. In my locality, we call it Okraman. 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 Some people also call it Bodom. In Ghana here, some people also call it Bodom. But those people are also in different locality. So if you are watching me from outside Ghana or here in Ghana, your locality, if you don't call this dog in your language as what, Okraman or Bodom, just go to the comment section and then write dog, then you bring the local name for it, all the animals that we are looking at. So I'll just mention it, you also do the same thing over there for me. This is hen. Hen, we call it akoko. Hen, akoko. Okay, this is what, cow. Cow, we also call it what, nenchi. This is cow, we call it what, nenchi. Do you get it? We call this nenchi, cow. This is goat. This is what, goat. We call it aponchi. 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 Now let's come to this side. We are looking at animals. We are looking at animals. This is what, ant. This is what, ant. This is ant. We call it what, atetia. 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 This is housefly. This is what, housefly. This is what, housefly. In Ghana, how do you call this? Yes, Nwansina. Nwansina. Okay, in my locality, we call it Nwansina. Then we have this mouse. 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 We call it ekura. 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 This is what, pig. 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 We call it pleku. Pleku. Look at this animal. This animal causes malaria. We call it mosquito. Mosquito. But in our local language, or in our the local name for this animal is ntontom. Ntontom. This is worm. Worm. It is not snake, it is worm. Worm is also called sonson. Sonson in my locality. That's how we call it. This is snake. I know some of you fear this animal, snake. In our local language, we call it what? Owo. Owo. We have another one here. This one is what? Fish. This is what? Fish. Fish. In fact, this animal, if you get it and kenke, fried of this, if you fry this and get hot kenke one afternoon, it is called fish. We call it nsumunam. Nsumunam. Ana apata. Apata. Okay. Now we have this cockroach. Cockroach. We call it tefle. Tefle. There is another one here. Have you seen it? Cat. Ejinamwa. Ejinamwa. This is monkey. Have you seen it? Monkey. Kokyo. We have what? Snail. Snail. Mwa. Mwa. So these are some animals that we see around, and their names and what, how we call them in our local language. So if I ask you to mention 10 examples of animals in your area, you should be able to tell me, and then you should be able to tell me the local names that we use for these animals. Okay, so today, as I said, we are looking at animals and their names and how we call them in our local language. So number one, how do you call these animals in your local language? So the animals that I mentioned, I've mentioned how we call it in Ghana here, how we call it, especially in my locality. I have told you how we call these animals. In your area, in your locality, how do you call this? Okay, so how do the Fantis, Equiapims, Ewes, Gans, Gonjas, Dagombas, Ashantis, and Nzimas call these animals? So the names that I mentioned, if you are not in Ghana, they are a group of people in different places. So here I am within these people, the Gan, my area, the people who dominate. We have Gans there, we have Asantes and then Equiapem, Gans, Asantes, Equiapem, we dominate this area. But I speak this language. I speak Equiapem and I speak Asante. So this is how what we call them, the names that I was mentioning for these animals. That is how Equiapem and Asante, they call these animals. For Gans or the Gan people, they also have names that they used to call these animals. So if you are a Fanti, if you are a Gonja, if you belong to any of these, how do you also call it? And if you're outside Ghana, how do you also call these animals in your language? Now, the next one, what is your favorite pet? So the question is, all these animals that we have in our houses, we live with them. Which of them is your favorite pet? So the animals that you have become so close to, anytime they see you, they come to you, you always want to have them around. These animals are pets. And how, or which of them is your favorite? Is it dog, cat, snake? Somebody is saying, hey, it's a snake. Yes, some people, they have snake as their pets. So just tell me your favorite what? Pet. What is the local name of your favorite pet? So if your favorite pet is dog, my locality, dog is called Okraman. Okay, so what is your favorite, or what's the name of your favorite pet, and what is the local name for it? Okay, now so think Peshe. Let's move on. Plants and their names. We are looking at plants and their names. We are finished with animals and their names. We are looking at plants and their names. So we see plants every day in our environment. Some plants are tall, big, short, and what? Small. Some plants creep on the ground. All these have their English names and their what? Local names. Some examples of plants are mango, orange, avocado, mahogany, neem, pawpaw, tomato, yam, okra, pepper, maize, oil palm, coconut, plantain, garden eggs, cabbage, cassava. They are all here. So we are going to look at them. In fact, the local name for these ones, some of them, I don't know how the local name is, but the name that we also used to call these plants, I'll try my best and then tell you. This is mango. We call it a mango. We call it what? A mango. The local name, a mango. This is what? Orange. We call it a kutu. A kutu. Okay. This is avocado. This is what? Avocado. This is avocado. We call it paya. Paya. Okay. The next one is what? Mahogany. Mahogany. We also call it mahogany. As for this, that is what I know. We call it what? Mahogany. If you also know it, please tell me. We are all learning together. The next one is what? Okra. Okra. We call it nkrumah. Nkrumah. We have this yam. Yam. This is a yam plant. So we also call it baire. 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 The next one is what? Tomatoes. 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 We call it ntus. That is what I know. Ntus. Ntus. Okay. We have this one here, pawpaw. Pawpaw. We call this pawpaw. The local name is bofre. 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 Now we have this pepper. Pepper. Pepper is also called what? Moko or meko. Moko or meko. Okay. We have maize. The local name is ebro. Ebro. We have this oil palm. We call it abe. 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 We have these coconuts. The local name is what? Kube. 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 Very good. We have some here. This is cassava. Cassava. This is cassava for you. How do you call cassava? Banching. 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 This is cabbage. Cabbage. The local name. I don't know the local name for cabbage. We call it cabbage. Cabbage. Or cabbage. Cabbage. Our mothers will say cabbage. Go and buy cabbage for me. So this is how we call it. This is garden eggs. Garden eggs. You see, like egg in a garden. Eggs in a garden. So if you have this in your garden, this plant, if you have it in your garden, you see that it always gives you something like an egg. So you call it garden eggs. But the local name is what? Nyadwa. 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 Meto nyadwa. And now meto garden eggs. Okay. This is plantain. 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 The local name for plantain is what? The local name for plantain. Oh, you don't know? You don't know the local name for plantain? Brodier. So that is that. Now let's look at how do you call the plants in your local language. So the plant that we mentioned, all these ones, the garden eggs, the plantain, the cabbage, the cassava, how do you call it in your local language? Yes, tell me at the comment section. How do Fantis, Equiapim, Ewes, Gans, Gonjas, Dagombas, Ashantis, and Zimas call these plants? So the other tribes, other people we have in Ghana, and other people that we have outside Ghana, please tell me how you call these plants in your local name. What's the local name for these plants? Okay, so just look at it and then send your answers at the comment section. Now we have this. Think, pair, share. In groups of 4 learners, identify 5 plants in your community and mention their local names. Share your answers with the class. Your answers should not be part of the plant that have been discussed about. So look around the plant that we have or you have. Look around where you live. The plant that you have in your locality. Look at the plants. Just list 5 of them and their local names. The English name and then the local names. Okay, so today's lesson, we have looked at plants, we have looked at what? Animals. We have looked at the plants that we see around us in our locality, where we live, in our neighborhood. We have also looked at animals that what we see in our locality or in our what? Neighborhood. How these animals are called and what? Their local names that we used to call them. Okay. So we have exercises here. We have exercise 1, 5 questions, true or false. So let me read number 1. All animals have names. True or false? It is true. All animals have names. Pawpaw is a plant, not an animal. Pawpaw is a plant, not an animal. True or false? It is true. Pawpaw is a plant. All plants and animals have leaves. All plants have leaves. What about all animals? Do they have leaves? So the question is, all plants and animals have leaves. The answer is false. We get eggs and meat from some animals. We get eggs and meat from some animals. True or false? Some animals, not all animals, some animals. So we get eggs and meat from some animals. The answer is true. Okay. Goats and cows are examples of plants. Goats and cows are examples of what? Plants. True or false? So plants. Is goat a plant? Is cow a plant? No. So the answer is what? False. We have exercise 2. We have exercise 3. We have exercise 4. Then home assignment 1, home assignment 2. So please take your time and do this work for me. Get a copy of the book and then do the exercise. After that, if you have questions, feel free and then ask me. Let your mother or your father help you to ask your questions. You go to the comment section and then you ask your questions. You can even do audio recording and then you send it to me. My number, WhatsApp number is at the top there, so you can also WhatsApp me and then we will talk. Please, my name is Paul Williams Ofori. Bye.